What is going on, guys? It is Autistic Ant, and we are here with another Forza video, 10 minutes of tips and advice for PlayStation players. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and comment below if there's anything any advice, tips, anything that could help out that I missed in this video, as it's only going to be about 10 minutes. But let's go! Now, one of the first things that you're going to see when you pop into the game is this little startup screen. I would highly recommend you keep it on performance mode, because here in a couple clips I will show you what it looks like on quality mode. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe!
Home. The most beautiful place on earth, where everyone is welcome. Together.
Now this is what it looks like on quality, which is 30 FPS. It is very raggedy looking when you compare it to what's next. This is me going into the settings, and you can change it literally as soon as you start and drop and touch the ground. You're gonna have to restart, unfortunately. And so I went ahead and restarted. But this is what 60 frames per second looks like, compared to this, which was so raggedy. It is so much smoother and such a better experience. This startup for Forza, Follow That Car, trust me, is probably my favorite startup ever. It is so action-packed with jumps and everything. When you do get to the festival, I wouldn't spend too much time customizing your character, because you can do that at any point in the time later.
This is quite a collection.
However, when you do go to choose your car, I highly recommend the Corvette or the Supra. For the Bronco, it's really just good for off-roading, and you're going to want to gear yourself towards road races in the beginning to make the easiest amount of money and level up easiest.
Personalized number plate.
You can also change your license plate. It is a 8 or 9 character, 8 character license plate. So that's pretty cool.
We just need our superstar.
You'll also be forced to do some races like showcases and whatnot to build up accolades. Really cool races, like racing this plane. They got dirt bikes dropping out of it, and you're in the middle of a city. It is absolutely insane. You've got this big ramp jump thing. He turns into a wingsuit and starts gliding down. It is crazy. Another thing to look out for is going to be Barnfinds. You'll find them randomly, and sometimes when people gift you cars, those cars will be going to those Barnfinds, and they'll just randomly pop up on your screen for you to follow them.
It's really here.
Now, like I said before, I highly recommend doing road races. They are probably the easiest to do and start up first. I mean, you're racing on pavement. You have great traction and all that. Next, make sure you go and check your message center. There's a lot of cool messages that end up popping up here. Forza will update you on things, but there's also gifts. And as you can see there, I got 2 backstage passes, 2 cars, and 2 VIP wheel spins as soon as I started the game. And this is me opening those 2 wheel spins right then and there.
This is a super wheel spin. Care to test it out?
45k and an emote. Next, we could touch on Horizon Backstage Pass a little bit. I've got 2 backstage passes right now. You can also vote for which cars, left or right, and then you pick one. I'm gonna go ahead and vote for that, to be honest. The Audi looks nice, the Ferrari looks nice. But I've got 2 backstage passes. You have to have a backstage pass to get these cars. I do own quite a bit of them. The Mission R, I recently got the GR86. A lot of these cars are going to be the ones in the auction house that end up selling for 4 million, 8 million, 12 million, 16 million, 20 million. Cars, a lot of cool cars. I own a lot of them. Backstage passes, currently you can buy them with Forzathon points.
Make sure
When you go to the Forzathon
like,
shop,
comment, and subscribe.
you get them right there. I've already bought one for the month and I've got 5,625 points. Next, I kind of want to go over a little bit of car packs and car pass. I do recommend the car pass. You do get quite a few nice cars like the 19370 RCF Track Edition, M8 Competition Coupe. Under car packs specifically, I would highly recommend the Forza Horizon 5 Italian Exotics car pack. That's going to get you all these two Ferraris, the Da Vinci Concept, the Huracan Technica, which I love, and then the Essenza SC V12, which is fantastic. That car is absolutely crazy. Then the next car pack I would recommend is the Fast X car pack to get that Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat Red Eye. When you upgrade it all the way, it's like 1,500 plus horsepower. It is a beast of a Hellcat compared to the other ones that are, I think they only hit like 1,200 horsepower or something like that. Besides that, there's not too many. I own quite a few of them, but I would say I wouldn't recommend them. They were just for fun, just to have. Thing that I wanted to show in my settings, because I know a lot of people are going to be wondering about settings, and this will probably be the last half of the video, I would say, maybe the last 3 minutes of the video. But I do Drivatar difficulty above average to highly skilled. Those are the two I go between just for the average race. Braking, anti-lock on. I don't do anti-lock off or assisted. Assisted is kind of annoying, and off, it locks it up. Steering, I usually do standard when I'm on this controller, but simulation when I'm on the steering wheel. And I will do a steering wheel settings video, so I will be going over some of this again. For beginners, I would recommend having stability control on and traction control on until you get the feel for Forza. It's a lot different from Need for Speed, any other type of game. And then firstly, I would turn traction control off and leave stability control on, if not that. I do use manual, which for Xbox, X is the downshift, B is to upshift. I enjoy that a lot because it lets you reach higher RPMs. When you're in automatic, it stays at a high RPM. It doesn't shift like an actual automatic car.
And subscribe.
Driving line, I do braking only. It doesn't appear when you're driving in free roam, only races. Damage and tire wear, of course, none. I want my car to look great all the time. Rewind off because I don't need it. I don't use it. I do use launch control just because it was something new they didn't have when the game first came out, and so I ended up enjoying it. But that's my difficulty settings. Nothing too important, I would say. Besides maybe motion blur under accessibility. I would turn that off. HUD and gameplay. The camera view changes when you change the camera view in game. I have everything turned on. Speedometer is analog. You can change that between, you can turn it off, digital, whatever you want. Units, default power, so you could do English, metric, whatever you need. Ghost on, and pretty much everything turned on. Friends can join me. Drift camera I turn on. I do have a video for that. I will definitely show.
And you can see right here, we're going to look over the drift camera settings. I'm starting off with the drift camera on. This is what it looks like in third person. Doesn't follow the car as much. And this is what it looks like in first person. It actually moves your head around for you so you can kind of see where you're drifting to and where you're going. And this is me going into the settings to change it, turning it off completely. And this is what that looks like in third person, and here's a comparison for it. The camera kind of follows the car around a lot more. And then we're going to switch to first person, and kind of just stays completely still compared to right here where you can see it's actually moving around so you can see.
I don't really need anything with that. I have vibration turned off, and I don't know why. It needs to be on. I use Anna. This is all for steering wheel stuff. Over that eventually. Audio. I turned down tires so there's not as much screeching. The speech volume and then the UI volume kind of lets you hear the exhaust a little better, I'd say. Headphones, of course, everything's on besides. But yeah, that's gonna be it for my settings part.
Well, if you liked the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We just flew off a mountain. There's going to be plenty more videos coming out. We just did the top 10 EVs video. Be on the lookout for other settings video, giveaway videos, all sorts.